When was the last time you played Minecraft? Are you up to date with all the latest mobs? Well, don't worry. In this video, I will give you a quick recap of everything you might have missed. All the cute mobs, all the useful ones, and all the ones you should run away from. Oh my god, run! Since 2020, Mojang has given us 5 major updates. In total, they have introduced a whopping 15 brand new mobs, and we have already seen snapshots for 2 more creatures. So let's dive right in and meet the new mobs. Let's go back 4 years. 2020 was a really big year for Minecraft, and if you last played on version 1.15 or earlier, you really need to watch this. Mojang gave us version 1.16, the Nether update, and it was a whopper. They updated an entire dimension with a total of 6 exciting new mobs and new nether biomes, which I will cover in another video, so hit that notification button if you don't want to miss it. The first nether mob is the Hoglin. This hostile piggy is not only ugly, it's downright vicious. It has 40 health points and packs a proper punch. Hoglins spawn in crimson forests and bastions, so keep your eyes peeled when you spot these gorgeous red trees. If you want to protect yourself from these bad boys, here's a really good tip. They hate warped mushrooms. Bam! Bye-bye! Haha, look! They are not gonna touch me. Hoglins are not all bad though, because they drop leather and pork chops. In fact, Hoglin farms are a great way to get unlimited food fairly early in game and lots of free leather. Fun fact, if a Hoglin accidentally wanders into the overworld, it turns into a Zoglin. So Zoglins are essentially Hoglins with a sunburn. And here's the Piglin. Piglins are neutral mobs that live happily in the nether wastes and in the crimson forest, and they are obsessed with gold. Generally they're friendly, and they can be even quite useful, but you have to follow a few rules. Piglins are literally the fashion police. If you don't wear anything golden, they attack you. Piglins live in tribes, and they protect their pals, so don't hurt them. They have swords and they have crossbows, and there are lots of them. Number 3. Piglins love and protect their gold. If a piglin sees you mining anything with gold in it, it will go after you. So, be really careful before you mine. Have a good look around. And finally, piglins are super suspicious. If they hear you open or break any kind of chest, they immediately suspect that you're trying to steal their gold, and they will come after you. But if you follow these simple rules, piglins are not only harmless, they can even become your best friends. Throw them some gold and they will give you a gift in return. This is called bartering. You can even set up a piglin bartering farm for precious items like ender pearls, obsidian, and even fire-resistant potions. A piglin with a sunburn is called a zombified piglin, and when they are zombified, they lose all interest in gold and become neutral mobs unless you attack them first. Next up is the Piglin Brute. If you come across this beefed up piglin, it's best to get to safety quickly. Piglin Brutes are basically the Terminators of the piglin world. They have a whopping 50 hearts, they live in bastion remnants, and on hard mode they give you 10.5 hearts damage with one blow of their golden axe. So without armor, that's pretty much it. They also attack you on sight, so whatever you do, don't tango with these dudes unless you're wearing decent gear and are really confident at PvE. The last and the cutest of the new nether mobs is the Strider. This chirpy little dude is your ticket to ride across the endless lava oceans of the nether. Striders work almost like pigs. Slap a saddle on them and hop on, no need to tame them. You steer them with a warped fungus on a stick and they move across the lava at quite some speed. Just look at this! This is definitely a good travel option if you don't have elytra yet. Just a word of warning, your Strider pal likes it warm and dry. If you take your friend to the overworld, it begins to shiver, and if it gets wet, yeah, it dies. R.I.P. Strider. The next year brought us the Cliffs and Caves update, and that came in 2 parts. 1.17 gave us 3 new mobs, the Axolotl, the Glow Squid, and the Goat. Axolotl are super cute passive mobs that spawn in lush caves. They come in 5 colors, but the blue ones are super rare, you have to breed them. Since they kill fish and squid, you can potentially use them in farms, but most players just keep them as pets. Glow squid live in completely dark underwater areas, and they drop glow ink sacks. And glow ink is really useful because you can glow up signs with it. Bam! Amazing! And if you find high mountains, you will probably encounter this new mob, the goat. Goats are pretty harmless and quite funny, especially the screaming ones. I mean, listen to that. That's something else, right? They also have an impressive jump. But here's a word of warning. Goats will ram you if you stand still for a while, which can be a bit of a problem if you're close to an edge. So, why would you want to go near goats? Well, because of this, the goat horn. And if you want to find out how to farm goat horn quickly and easily, check out this tutorial here. Next came 1.18, which was the second part of the Cliffs and Caves update, but mob-wise, nothing really happened. Just tons of new terrain, like these cliffs and those caves. Cliffs and caves. But in 2022, the Wild update introduced 4 new mobs. 1.19 gave us the Allay, the Frog, the Tadpole, and a new boss mob, the awesome Warden. Let's start with this giggly blue sprite. This is an Allay. You can find Allays in pillager outposts and in woodland mansions, where the horrible pillagers keep them as prisoners. Allays are super friendly and they want to be your best friends. If you give them an item, they will follow you and help you by collecting things for you. They are not only very, very cute, they're also super useful in many different settings, such as automated collection systems. And again, here's a little tutorial for you if you want to find out how to do one. And then there's frogs. They live in the new swamps and they jump about a lot, like frogs do. But don't worry, you don't need to kiss them. They go into love mode when you feed them slime balls. Just like in real life, tadpoles hatch from frog spawn and then they become adult frogs. But the best thing about frogs is they give you frog lights. If you feed frogs magma cubes, they spit out this brand new light block. Frog lights come in 3 colors and building frog light farms has become quite a popular thing. And here is one of my favorite new mobs. This grumpy teddy bear is the king of the deep dark, the mighty Warden. Wardens have an insane 500 hearts of health and they have super sensitive hearing. They can also sniff you out, and when they find you, a single blast with their mighty sonic boom will end you. When you get to an ancient city, you don't want to wake these bad boys, so your best option is to sneak. And this brings us to 1.20 and the Trails and Tails update. This latest update only introduced 2 new mobs, the Camel and the Sniffer. Camels spawn in desert villages. If you slap a saddle on a camel, 2 people can ride this tall beast. You don't even need to tame it. The camel looks super cute, but as a mode of transport, I don't know, it's maybe not the best. It's not super fast and it can't jump very well. And its enormous size is a bit of a problem in many terrains. But being tall is not all bad, because it also protects you from a lot of melee attacks. I'm pretty safe up here, these guys just can't touch me. If you want to find out more about the handsome camel and which mobs can actually reach you on here, just check out this little video here. And I'm really sorry if this is beginning to sound a little bit like a promotional video for all my other tutorials. I just really like mobs. So in the last few years, I've produced a lot of content about mobs. And this brings us to the Sniffer, another huge mob. You can find sniffer eggs in warm ocean ruins and hatch them at home. Grown-up sniffers plop on the floor and sporadically dig up seeds for new flowers. But other than that, this mob is really not all that useful, which is a little bit annoying because I actually voted for this. And there we have it. These are all the new mobs that have been released since 2020. But Mojang has already released snapshots for 2 more mobs to be introduced, the cute Armadillo, which gives you dog armor, and the Breeze, a hostile mob which lives in the upcoming trial chambers. So now that you're up to date with all the new mobs, I hope that you enjoy checking them out in the game. And if you're not sure where to find them, I'll be doing a video really soon about the new biomes. Until then, bye bye!